Hey guys, it's Dave.
Emma.
And we're going to be doing another Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice review for you. But this one, fair warning, we're giving you enough time now. This will be filled with spoilers. If you do not want any spoilers, then shut the video off. Go watch our other review with no spoilers in it. A quick little recap of what we thought. And, if we give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. This one will have spoilers. We will have
spoilers.
Alright, so let's get into it. So first off, I am a Marvel fanboy. I do love Batman though. I'm an okay Superman fan. Otherwise DC, I'm kind of just getting into the whole realm of DC with watching The Flash and Arrow now and Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl. So, but big Marvel fanboy. So I was totally thought this movie was going to be a big flop, a big mess. I heard a lot of bad reviews already on YouTube and reviews from movie critics. And I got to be honest, I went into this thinking it was going to be bad. I actually did think the movie was pretty well done. I liked it. I was very entertained by it. I know you liked it also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you liked... What was your favorite part about it?
Well...
Did you like the fighting? Did you like the acting? Did you like the Superman love story with Lois Lane? What did you like? The love story? You liked when Lois Lane and Superman were together, right?
No.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's get into it. First off, the movie started, and right from the get-go, I thought it was going to start off. It was starting off a little bad. I really didn't like the whole. I thought we were getting another origin story with Batman, but they kind of tied that into a very short intro into the movie with credits, the credits still rolling, and they kind of made it into a dream sequence of him remembering his parents getting killed. So I was glad we didn't have to go sit through another origin story of Batman, just like they did with Spider-Man, just like they do with when they reboot characters, they make you feel like you have to do an origin story. We all know Bruce Wayne's parents get killed in Gotham. It turns him into Batman. We all know Spider-Man gets bit by a radioactive spider and becomes Spider-Man. We don't need the origin stories all the time, and it was good that they didn't go into a deep origin story for Batman. Bruce Wayne is angry towards Superman because he feels Superman has too much power. And they go back to a flashback of during the Man of Steel movie when Superman is battling General Zod and all the damage that it causes, people dying, thousands and thousands of lives were killed because of that battle. So it shows Bruce Wayne is angry towards Superman because he feels like he could destroy the whole Earth because he's a alien from another planet. Yes.
Wait. So what part was that? I thought
that was in the beginning. Remember when they showed the guy that his legs got stuck under that thing, and then the little girl that Batman saves?
Well, that was in the past?
That was in the movie Man of Steel. That was when General Zod and Superman were fighting. They were linking it back to Bruce Wayne witnessing it and seeing the people die, and that's what made him angry and why he wanted to defeat and get rid of Superman.
Oh.
So we lead up. They introduced a couple new characters in this realm. They had Lex Luthor. Then they had Wonder Woman, and we got introduced to a new Alfred, played by Jeremy Irons, which was really cool. And I thought it was really cool how they built up the storyline of, both Batman and Superman are both trying to do the right thing and helping people, but Superman is portrayed as this entity from another world that can annihilate everybody because of his superpowers. And Superman is trying to help the Earth, the people of Earth, the planet that he lives on now. And then you have Batman, who's really trying to just defend the people that live on Earth, the humans, the men, or the man versus God complex that they were going through the whole movie, and feels that Superman is a threat to mankind. And it shows that it builds that up for a while of the movie, where these two are going to confront. And the really cool part was when he was in that car and nothing could stop him. Then remember, Superman standing there and he bumps Superman in the leg with the car and the car goes flying.
Yeah.
And then Superman stands over and rips the doors off.
Because Superman's so strong,
Mm-hmm.
his foot even has like 1,000 muscles in it. It's like...
Yeah. Well, that was a cool scene because that was the first interaction face to face they had in their costumes and ready to go. And Superman basically tells Batman, next time you see your signal, don't go to it. The Bat is dead. I'll take over. And Batman says to him, "Do you bleed?" And that was really cool because then Superman flies off all pissed off. And Batman says, "You will." Foreshadowing an awesome battle. So we get more of this, and then it builds up to where Batman steals the kryptonite from Lex Luthor, who found it in the ocean. Hint, hint, leading, I guess, towards Aquaman in the future movies, which they do show a little hint of him later in the movie, along with Flash, Cyborg, and of course we all knew Wonder Woman was in this one. So Batman steals the the kryptonite from Lex Luthor because he knows this is the only stuff that can kill Superman or weaken him enough so Batman can kill him. And he makes some cool little gadgets. He makes some bombs, smoke bombs that worked very well. He made a big spear with the big chunk of it at the end and like a spear sharpness. And he gets ready for the battle. So while he's doing that, in the meantime, Lex Luthor, he knows who Wonder Woman is. He knows who Aquaman is. He has files of Cyborg and the Flash. And he knows who... I don't think he knows who... Did he know who Batman was? He didn't know who Batman was, right?
No.
He only knew Superman. Because he went after Lois Lane, and then he went after Martha Kent, Superman's mom. So he kind of gives him an ultimatum at the top of LexCorp Tower, saying, either you bring me the head of Batman, or I kill your mother. So Batman goes... First, he says to Lois, I have to go to Batman, and I have to get him to help me. And Lois says, what if he doesn't help you, or something like that? And he goes, then I have to kill him. So they show you Superman is trying to talk to Batman and like say, I need your help. But Batman doesn't know all this is happening. Batman just wants to annihilate the threat to mankind, to what Batman thinks is a threat to mankind. So they start their battle, and at first, Superman's just throwing Batman all over the place, which is warranted. Batman is just a really super rich guy in really good shape that knows how to fight, but in a suit, he has no special powers. All he's got is all his little gadgets and his strength, where Superman has powers galore. He's got the eyes, he's got the speed, flying, extra strength. Nothing hurts him. Yeah, he could fly super fast.
Yeah,
Superman.
That's like flying.
Yeah, but it's like he could go like that fast. He's not running like the Flash.
Just say skying.
Anyway, skying. Okay.
That means.
But then all of a sudden tides change once Batman shoots off his first grenade of the kryptonite, the kryptonite smoke into Batman's face, and that Superman's face, I mean, and that really weakens him.
Like
and Batman's
like this.
yeah, because he's starting to lose his power, and that's where Batman really starts to get in and really do some damage to Superman. Then it starts to wear off,
and he uses this like green thing that has this sharp point, and he makes like it scratch.
He cuts him. He asks, "Do you bleed?" I guess Superman does bleed. But the funny part was when Batman's beating the crap out of Superman, but Superman, the kryptonite must be wearing off. So all of a sudden, Batman's punching him in the face, remember? And all of a sudden, his face just stopped, and he just starts punching, and Superman's just staring at him. And all you hear is like this, remember he was just like he wasn't getting hurt anymore? Because he had gotten his power back, I guess. And then Superman throws him off, and then another grenade gets shot off, leading up to the point where it looks like Batman's about to kill Superman. And then he says... All Superman says, he just says, help Martha or save Martha.
No.
Yeah. He says something about, like save or help Martha, meaning his mother. But if we all remember, Bruce Wayne's mother's name was Martha also, Martha Wayne. So Batman doesn't understand why he's saying this, and he keeps yelling at him, why are you saying that name? Because maybe he thinks he's playing games with him from when he was a kid. Lois Lane comes in somehow. She gets over there with the chopper and whatever. And she says, that's his mother's name. She gets in the middle of the fight and says, that's his mother's name. And Batman, for some reason, steps back and starts to realize that maybe, Superman had, all he said was help my mother. He didn't try to defend himself. He was just like, it is what it is. So I think right there, Batman got a little respect for Superman. I think he realized that they're both trying to do the same thing. They want to help people and protect everybody. So Batman helps him and says, don't worry, I'm going to get your mother. And Superman goes to confront Lex Luthor. Right? We're going good so far, right?
What?
There's a lot of stuff in between that I'm not going to get into. Whatever. I'm not going to break the whole movie down. I'm just giving you a little rough thing.
I was hugging guys on
Yeah. You kept grabbing my arm. Yes. So then we get into Batman gets Martha. He gets her out of there. And Luthor Superman confronts Lex Luthor, and Luthor shows him what he created in Doomsday. And then Doomsday comes, and it's all anarchy, right?
What is that?
Just craziness.
Yeah.
Craziness. Doomsday was awesome. In the trailers, and even in the beginning of the movie, he must have been like a baby Doomsday or something, because he looked not what he does in the comic. But then as him and Batman go fighting into space, the United States Air Force shoots a missile at him in space.
Yeah.
Now that I think about that, can a missile be shot into space? I guess so.
And then, like,
I don't know.
Batman, like, just
whatever, it's a
floats.
movie. Like I said, I went into it not expecting.
So Batman, like, just floats in.
Well, I think it, like, drained Superman or something of his power, because he looked dead
Sorry, I said
in the
Batman
sky.
too.
Yeah, Superman, you mean. But that just made Doomsday stronger, and Doomsday kept getting stronger and stronger, and started to look more and more like the comic Doomsday, with all, like, the shards of rock and everything coming out of him. So basically, it leads up to it's just a battle. Like, Doomsday's just, they can't stop Doomsday. Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Lois tries to go get the spear of kryptonite that she threw into water. She throws it in there. She dives in to get it. Walls come crashing down. She's trapped in there.
Yeah.
Superman hears that. He saves her. He witnesses at that time that the only way to stop Doomsday is that he's going to have to sacrifice himself with the kryptonite and bury it through Doomsday. So that's what he does. Lois is crying, don't do it, don't do it. He has to, because he has to save mankind. So he goes flying right into Doomsday with the kryptonite, buries it into him, but of course he's holding kryptonite, so that's making him weaker. And while that's making him weaker, Doomsday raises up that hand that has that long, like, in the comics, if you remember, had that long, like, rock kind of, like, I think it's, in the comics, I think he had kryptonite in there, but I don't remember. And he just buries it into Superman's heart. So right as that happens, Superman just digs the spear into Doomsday more, killing Doomsday, but in the process kills Superman. It leads up to a funeral for Superman. Superman, basically, in the movie, Superman dies. Now, if you were a comic book fan from the 90s, the mid-90s, you remember Doomsday kills Superman. And I think Superman was gone for a while. They had they had Superboy, I remember, and they had a bunch of different Superman. I remember I used to buy the comics. I can't remember. They had Superboy. They had like this big dude with a big hammer. It was like Superman. I forgot his name. They had like a few different other Supermen that came around. They had comics for. But then we all know that Superman does return. So that's obviously what they're building to.
Don't you mean?
I'm not talking about Thor. That's Marvel. So they do the funeral, and Batman and Wonder Woman are talking at the funeral, and Batman says we have to find those other superheroes, and we have to fight to protect, meaning Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. So that was pretty cool. And then at the end, Lois Lane throws some dirt on the quad, but right before it cuts to a black screen, they show some of the dirt rise up a little bit. You know? In the meantime, Luthor got put in jail. Lex Luthor. He gets confronted by Batman.
His hair comes off.
Yeah, they shaved his head off, which makes sense because Lex Luthor is bald in the comics. But Luthor says, something like they're coming. Like they know the god is dead now on Earth, and they're coming. So that must be leading up to some bigger things for the Justice League coming to theaters in the next couple of years.
Like.
But again, I really liked it. I was very entertained. It's a little long, but not bad. I enjoyed it. I give it a big thumbs up. If you want to go see it, check it out. If you're a little hesitant, I say go check it out on the big screen because you might regret it if you watch it on DVD. Like I said, we just saw it about an hour and a half ago, so we're still high up on it and everything. I liked it. I went in with a lot of mixed feelings about it. Hearing bad reviews all night last night, reading bad reviews, and then kind of wondering what they were going to do with a Batman vs Superman movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. I give it a thumbs up. What do you say?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up?
Uh-huh.
All right. And then, real quick, some of the coming attractions that we saw.
Yeah.
Now, I got to say, Captain America Civil War, that coming attraction gave me goosebumps. I was all excited for that. Again, I am a Marvel... Yeah, I was, excited. I can't wait to see that with Spider-Man and Iron Man versus Captain America, and Spider-Man's finally being introduced to the MCU. I cannot wait. That's going to be awesome.
I know this isn't like Marvel or
What?
Or DC, but there's an M&M commercial. Didn't you see it?
I didn't see the M&M commercial, no.
He was like,
I don't really watch the commercials. That's why I'm usually like shutting off my phone and just getting everything done on my phone and putting it away. But anyway, some of the common attractions that we saw that were pretty good. We saw they had another Ghostbusters common attraction. What do you think of the Ghostbusters common attraction?
I like that one when they showed like the ghost. Like.
You can't wait for the new Ghostbuster movie.
Yeah. Like
well, why?
Because
you wait, real quick. You love the original Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah.
You love it. We watched it on DVD. I took you to the movies when they had the 30th anniversary. Why do you want to see this one so much?
Because one, it is Ghostbusters. Two,
because it's girls, because it's female.
Yeah, and I want to see if
what
Marshmallow Man comes back.
Stay Puft. I don't know. Well, here's the weird thing. We're gonna get into a little trailer talk here. The Ghostbusters, they wanted to be different than the Ghostbusters. They didn't want to be they didn't want to kind of be tied to the '80s original film. Why use the name Ghostbusters and why bring Slimer back then? But anyway, this was another trailer that they had. It was different than the one that they put out a couple weeks ago. And I have to say, watching this trailer, I still have no desire to see this movie. To me, it still looks like it's going to be
there's a ghost with boobs.
It looks like it's going to be a huge mess. It looks like it's going to be just a disaster. I will go see it because I will take her to see it, and I am curious because I do like seeing movies. And then like sometimes I like being wrong, guys. I don't like bashing a movie and then going and being like, oh my god, what a piece of junk.
Well, you probably like being wrong because you never are.
There was Warcraft, that one with the big monster thing. I don't play that game, but that movie looks awesome.
He was like, should we trust?
Yeah, and you felt bad for the little baby.
Yeah.
The little green baby that they put on the little thing in the water. I never played that game, Warcraft. I know it's like a huge game. I never played it, but the movie does look cool, so I am curious to see that. What was some of the other common attractions we saw? We saw some cartoon one. I don't remember what that was.
M&M's.
No, not the M&M's. What other we saw another one with what's some of the other common attractions we saw? There were a few good ones. See? We're in a movie theater. Can't like write notes down and stuff. Oh well. Alright guys, so that was our review for the Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice. Let us know what you thought in the comments section below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And remember guys, go over and find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
At Everyday Geek TV.
At Everyday Geek TV. Make sure you go over there. We do a lot of other different stuff there too. On Twitter, we run a lot of polls and stuff like that. On Facebook and Twitter also, we do a lot of live videos every once in a while with different types of events going on, like WrestleMania 32 coming up. Will be a lot of decent videos up there for that. And check us out on Instagram where we share a lot of different cool pictures and stuff like that. So again, let us know what you thought of the movie and subscribe to our channel. Thanks guys. Adios.
Bye guys.